In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to make differentiated digital task cards, and I've shared a task cards template with you in the session 3 slideshow, and you can use that template to actually use the make a copy feature and differentiate the task cards for your students very quickly. Now, what task cards will do is they'll be a way to reinforce learning or offer an extension of the learning that you're putting forth in your classes. So I'm just going to show you a quick method that I've used of differentiating task cards. So here is the template, and I'm actually going to show you a set of task cards that I started to create for some reading groups. And I've broken the reading groups out by just names of characters, and this is the Bob group. And the task cards that I've created for this level are some of the lower level readers in my class. So I've chosen to actually change the background color of the template, and all of their cards will be this blue color. So here's an example of just one of the task cards that I've created for the Bob group. For chapter 1, give 2 character traits that describe Ivan. I've included a picture of Ivan and some call outs to help them. Now I could differentiate these task cards in this particular question simply by going to File, Make a Copy. And now I have a copy of the task cards that I initially made for my Bob group, but this group is going to be one of my higher level reading groups, and it's called the Stella group. So by just making a few aesthetic changes and changes to my questions, I can very easily differentiate this. So I'm just going to change my background color first and foremost, and the Stella group is going to be purple. And then I'm going to choose Add to Theme so that all my slides are purple. And I'm just going to make a couple of changes here for my Stella group. And now I can go to my task card, and I'm going to differentiate this task card just a little bit. So with just a little bit of formatting and adding a table and creating a higher level question with just a little bit more depth, I've been able to differentiate that last presentation, that slideshow of task cards, to be applicable for my higher level reading group. And you can do this over and over again depending on how many groups you have, how many different levels of students you're working with, and the possibilities are endless. And if you have Google Classroom, it's easy enough, super simple, to distribute these task cards to each student using the new feature in Google Classroom where you can select each student who gets what particular assignment. You can very easily just make a copy for each student in Google Classroom and click the students who you would like to receive the Stella slideshow or the Bob slideshow, and so that they can each individually work on their task cards. The other way to do it if you don't have Classroom is just to create on Drive just shared folders for each group. So you could create a new folder, and this could be your Bob group. And with the Bob group, you can just click and drag the Bob slideshow, the task cards, into your Bob folder. And then you can actually just share this folder with your students who are in the Bob group. And if you do that, you just have to make sure that you keep the task cards as view only. If you go to share, you just want to make sure that the sharing options are view only so that no one is able to change anything. And you can just enter your students' names or emails, or you can share it with them with the link. If you get the shareable link, you can put that link anywhere. You can put it on your website, or if you have a blog. But once you create these task cards, you can share them very easily just by using Google features. And if you have Google Classroom, it's super simple, even easier.